Right, the power supply is definitely failed, and the reason why the power supply has failed is there's a short circuit on the 15-volt rail. If you look at this connector here, this is the connector out of this power supply. There's the power supply there. You've got these connections here, and we start off with the green, the first pin this side, which is a guard connection, so that should be down to ground. And then your next one is the minus 15. You see that's okay, 1.5K. Your next one's plus 15. And you see that's at short circuit. So what I've got to do is I've got to try and ascertain what part of the board is causing the short circuit. The nice thing about it is these bus bars are, each part's fed up with these ribbon cables you see here, and you can drop these ribbon cables off and actually isolate parts of the board. I'm hoping it's going to be something like a capacitor's gone short. That capacitor's a lot darker than the others. That doesn't mean anything, of course, I know, but we'll go through it all. And but it's a pretty hard short circuit. It's almost like a dead short. So we'll have a go. So what I've got to do now is I've got to get the bottom of the unit off. And as this was like designed to be mounted in a rack, it's fairly easy to do. Drop that down there. That's the one drawback with this unit, it is huge, and it does make it a bit sort of cumbersome to work on the bench. Okay, let's stand it vertically like that. That's easy to work on like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just measuring across these pins. So I need to go third pin in again. So that's your guard, your plus, your minus and your plus. Well, that's interesting. I'm doing the right side. Oh no, I'm coming for the wrong sides. Okay, so there's your guard, your minus, and there's your short on your plus rail. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to go around and remove certain parts of the board just to see if we can find the clear. So first of all, we'll disconnect this ribbon cable here. Okay, it's made no difference at all. So reconnect that one back up, and then we'll come around to all these other ones here. There's one on the back of the power amplifier. Nope, that hasn't cleared anything. I'll leave them disconnected actually. The next one along, still nothing. The one far end, still nothing. So it looks like, I think that one's not a powered one then, and it's a bit flaky as well. It looks like possibly the fault is actually on the board. So what we could do is we could trace the wire across to see where it goes. So we need to trace in the third in track, or the third in pin. So that's 1, 2, 3, so it's that track there. And it comes to that resistor. It looks like it goes through a plated through hole. It does actually look like it possibly goes to a couple of capacitors there. So the next thing to do is probably check the resistances across these capacitors in here to make sure nothing's a short here. I'm trying to see exactly where. Just double checking my connections. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's plus 15. Third one in. So the blue with brown. Yep. Just have a wriggle around with stuff around here, so we can find anything that makes it change. Okay, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to buzz it out with the probe. So, leaving the chassis connection on the chassis, we'll work through the board. So it's the third pin in. So there, one. So that's your guard connection, which is what you expect, 0 volts. That's the minus one that was showing a couple of K. And that should be a short. And that's the short one. I run that through to there. I don't know what that's. The other end of that is probably a resistor. 100 ohm, 100 across there to here. And then from here we've got to work out where it goes to. And it looks like goes through multi-layer boards, unfortunately, or a double-layer board possibly. You can see where it goes here. Okay, it comes straight up to this connector here that isn't actually used. So, where else must it must go somewhere else? It must feed off to the main bus. Got this load of connections here. Oh, is it there as well? Oh, that's interesting. So it also goes here to the control pots. So let's drop these off, see if this clears anything. This looks like all the minus 50. Nope. Try this one. Nope. Still nothing. I'm going to have to work all the way around this board, I think, disconnecting everything and trying to work out where this 0-volt rail goes. So it's going to be a little bit of a laborious search, I think, trying to find what's wrong with this. So what I'll do is I'll stop the video, and if and when I found the point of where the problem is, I'll start the video again and show you what I found. Thanks for watching.